Oh, g'day everybody. Now, I am going to start this video today with a quick question for you to think about. Do you work in a customer-facing role and interact with customers directly? If the answer is yes, keep watching this video. If the answer is no, keep watching this video, smash the thumbs up button, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, do that regardless. That'd be really great for the YouTube algorithms. Thank you. Second question for you to quickly think about. Have you ever been to a market or shopping center and seen fruit shop sellers or produce sellers calling out their prices to grab people's attention? Now, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm guessing the answer is probably yes. If not, you would have heard of it or seen it in TV or movies. So this technique, I think, is incredibly underutilized. I've worked in a bunch of industries that have utilized this technique in varying forms to super advanced levels. So I'm going to pretty much tell you about this technique, and you need to think, if possible, could this technique be applied in your workplace to get more customers into your business to look at your products? So what I'm going to address it as today is active stopping. Now, you would have seen this done by many. If you've ever walked through a supermarket or mall, you would have seen fundraisers, face-to-face fundraisers, or direct sellers selling blinds or whatever it is they're selling, trying to approach you to grab your attention. Now, there's very effective ways to do this and there's very ineffective ways to do it. I'm going to give you a bit of an overview on what I think are the most effective ways to use this skill and technique. So the way I break it down, when I use a few techniques. The first one I'd mention is called mirroring and matching. Now, you may have just basically, it's copying what people do. If you want to take a deep dive and learn how to mirror and match at a very high level, just down in the description section of this video, there's a link to our website. Go to that website, join the community, join up to our course, and you'll get very in-depth training on skills and techniques such as mirroring and matching, amongst many other sales techniques and communication techniques. Now, so I use mirroring and matching a lot, and the general premise of the technique of active stopping I use is to ask 3 questions. I use other things in between these questions, such as active listening, smile, eye contact, all of the things that you use in sales. But the 3 questions have a basic principle behind them. So question number 1, I want to get this question in when the customer is not yet at my shop, stall, stand, market store, whatever it is. I want to get it when they're about 6, 8 meters, 10 meters away even. And generally I'll interact with eye contact and beckoning movements before I even ask the question. I try and get them smiling before they even get to me, before we've even had any verbal interaction whatsoever. And I do this by using my own smile and body language and excitement levels to basically make them excited about the interaction they're potentially going to have. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does the exact opposite, but with practice and the techniques in our course, you'll have a very thorough ability to make people happy before they even get to you. So question 1 is basically an attention-grabbing question. What I use it for is basically to get their head onto whatever it is that I'm trying to sell them. So I'm grabbing their initial interest. I'm making sure their focus is on me and my product. It can be any kind of question. It can be like, let's say I was selling bananas. Here's an example. Now, hopefully I do this well because I've never tried to sell bananas before. But if I saw somebody and I wanted to actively stop them for my bananas, I'd say, hey, you ever seen a banana? Have you? And so just the initial question is literally to get their attention to look at me and my product and scan what it is that is going on with me. The second question, the whole purpose of the second question is to qualify the customer. So you need to ask a bit of an open-ended question that will involve them giving you a response, ideally not just a yes or no response, but a kind of a long-winded explanatory response that will get them to engage with you a bit further. And the whole purpose of it is to see what kind of mood they're in, what kind of emotion is riding behind them, so that you can tell whether they're going to talk to you or not, if they're going to be hard to sell to or easy to sell to. So question 2, and then question 3 I'll move on to just to explain it quickly. Question 3 is the active stopping question. So this is the one where it should stop them in their tracks and actually engage the conversation. The whole concept behind this is to do the 3 questions to get them to stop and come and talk to you and initiate a conversation. Because if you can do that, You can then sell your product to them. Your information, whatever it is you've got, you'll have the ability to build a rapport with that customer, build some needs for them, and then sell them your product. So this is a really good way to raise revenue in any business, is by using active stopping. It might seem a little bit intimidating at first. Like occasionally you might go down a high street, you might see a gym handing out flyers, and they will have just picked the nearest receptionist who's probably the new person and told them to go downstairs, hand out flyers without any training. And obviously in that situation, it's not really going to work very well. But if you send somebody down and give them a little bit of advice, like I want you to ask 3 questions, ask every single person who walks past you, try and engage with them, start a conversation, make a friend before you make a sale, and you give them basic advice like that, they're going to have quite a good impact on your business. You're going to increase foot flow coming in through the door, which is fantastic. Again, if you can see credit in this video, please chuck a like on the video. It helps the YouTube algorithms massively. It basically spreads this video to more and more people, which is what we want. Now, the final thing that I'll end on is what you want to do to make the most of this technique is to basically use the law of averages and ask as many people as you can who walk past you. The main couple of reasons for this is basically your learning curve will be steeper. You'll learn faster by applying this technique to more and more people, so you can watch for your mistakes and then correct them. Obviously, if you only speak to 5 people per hour, you're only going to have 5 chances to learn. But if you speak to 10 people per hour, you're going to have 10 chances to learn and get better. So the 3 questions in the active stopping, it's a really great technique that I think not enough businesses and industries use. Any customer-facing role can basically use this technique to create the initial interaction with a customer and then go on to potentially sell the product. So I hope this has maybe triggered a few ideas for you. And if you like the content, give us a like, and we'll see you again in the next video. See you later.